upcoming Overwhelm, and it is so exciting because I am often overwhelmed by everything that's going on, and I found something that works for me and I want to share it with you. When I'm overwhelmed, I feel like I'm inside a tornado. There is so much stuff flying around me and it's going so fast and I can't catch it and I can't see it and I can't grasp it. It's just like, everything's all over the place and there's so much going on and so fast. A couple of years ago, I found this great trick that works for me. Now, Mel Robbins says something about the brain dump, where she says, if you're overwhelmed, you just have so much stuff to do, just write it all down in a big list and then go back and highlight the things that are most important. That did not work for me because the list itself made me feel even more overwhelmed. Like, there was this long list of things to do and I didn't know where everything goes and I couldn't make heads or tails or anything. I was at a meeting once of all these women. Somebody said that when she's feeling overwhelmed, what she does is she gets on a chair and she stands up on a chair and looks down at everything that needs to be done, and it helps her visualize from a different perspective what it is that needs to happen. So I really like that, and I think that it's one of the things we spoke about in the previous video about changing your perspective. So here's what worked for me. Totally counterintuitive. You think you need to do more when you're overwhelmed. There's so much to do. You need to run and do all these things. The first thing you need to do is close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just lower everything down. Just like let things fall. They don't have to be flying. They don't have to be running. They don't have to be swishing. They just need to slowly, not too fast, just really slowly. I visualize all the things that are in this storm coming down slowly. And I sit myself down in front of a piece of paper. And I put myself in the middle. Sometimes I write things like how I'm feeling overwhelmed, or eye of the storm, or I just make a smiley face for, hey, here I am, this little me. Are in the middle, and you're seeing this whole thing around you flying. So I start organizing it by category. Mother, wife, daughter, friend, work. Sometimes I'll put down all my clients and all the things that I need to do for work under that category. I'll break it down into the different categories of all the different hats, and each one will have its own list of things that come out of it, and it ends up looking a little bit like a burst. So for my children, as a mother, I want to take each one of my kids and give them what they need, and I feel like it's very difficult to just sit a kid down and say, what do you need from me? And it always doesn't come out right. It ends up adding to the chaos. Under mother, I'll pull out every single one of the kids' names and I'll sit down and really sort of meditate on what it is that I think they need right now. So for one of my kids, it could be special time with Ima. And another kid just needs new shoes, and that's all they need, really. They just need their stuff taken care of. And I really feel like just taking that couple of minutes of thinking about it just by myself. I don't need anybody else to tell me what they need. I can just know by listening to my intuition what it is that each kid needs from me and what it is that I need to pay more attention to. Another example is, let's say, under wife. I'm helping my husband publish his Haggadah, a Haggadah for Pesach, and it is the most amazing and wonderful thing that I've ever seen, and I'm really excited about his work. And because I'm a graphic designer, I have the tools that he needs for me to help him. So it really is high priority for me to do that for him. A really important category that I think everybody should have on their burst is self-care or self-love. What it is that you need in order for you to grow, in order for you to just flourish and be. I realized that taking a nap is really important for me, or going to yoga is something that really helps me recharge. Another thing I like to do is, one of the categories, I make it house or home. Under house, I have clean, declutter, design, and upkeep. You know those things that always have to be fixed and never really get to it because it's just in the bottom of the list of things in your head of things that have to be done, or because it's not urgent, then it just never gets done? As counterproductive as it feels, it is actually slowing down the speed of the storm and is letting you think about what is priority, what needs to be done. You lower the levels of stress because you're able to really see what it is that you need to do, what it is that people need of you, and what are your priorities. It helps me align to the core values, to the things that are important to me, to the priorities that I want to put into my life. So I really find this to be very, very helpful.